BG Promotions Incorporated, BGP, is a digital advertisement and marketing corporation created and designed to assist small businesses in building and/or maintaining their digital brand marketing platforms. Headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia, BG Promotions utilizes a unique network of local and global resources to develop a cohesive brand strategy and visual message for your business. Using a combination of internet marketing, social media marketing, and traditional marketing, our campaigns target every sphere of your potential marketplace. By covering all promotional outlets, we are able to achieve a sizable return on a relatively small investment. Contact us today to learn more or to set up an appointment to discuss your needs and business goals. We're looking forward to helping you elevate to the next level. Through me, they see you.
He kind of sexy. Look at him. Where the hell you find him at? That was cute. Go a little sexy avatar. What they call him?
Avatar. An avatar, an animation.
What's going on, family? We here, we talking, we decided to go live. This Cocktails and Conversations. I'm trying to highlight what I do as a life influencer, influencing folks to live their best life now. That's so ghetto. I'm influencing you to live your best life now. That's what I like to say. But I'm also a crowd motivator, motivating you. No, I ain't motivating nobody right now. I don't like that either. We're going to figure it out. So with the Cocktails and Conversations, I'm Tisa Edge. And I got a question. I want to know some business frustrations because I got my own, but I want to hear from y'all first before I tell my own. Shaun, give me the first one. What's your first frustration and who are you, damn it? What you do?
Of course, my name is Shaun Sinclair. I'm the owner and operator of Pen and Pen Multimedia, which includes Pen and Pen Publishing as well as Pen and Pen Films. And one of my biggest business frustrations, I'm going to try to roll them into two. Number one is that, so for my business, my personal business practice, right? I come from the community, the Black community, urban community, and that's who I want to strive to uplift or empowerment, right? So I started to make a conscious effort to do business with a lot of Black-owned businesses or minority-owned businesses, I should say. And I find it being so difficult because a lot of us really don't have our business in order. Now, mind you, I'm not pointing a big finger at you and a little finger at me because nothing's perfect about my business as well, right? However, what I mean when I say the business is not in order, for example, all right, there's a certain segment of my business that I'm really striving to basically like farm out to other entrepreneurs, or other small business owners like myself, right? And one problem I always run into is that either they're overpriced or they don't price at all, right? For example, I may ask for a particular service and their first question is this. I'm going to give you a note now, by the way. If you hear this, if you say this to me, automatically you're probably going to cut yourself out. But the first thing they ask me is, what's your budget, right? To me, that's automatically game. Because if you come to Pen to Pen and you want a book done, right? Our price is our price, whether you're Beyonce or whether you're Joe Blow up the street, right? I'm not going to hit you over the head and say, okay, your price is going to be such and such because your budget is such and such. To me, that's a pet peeve because it indicates, number one or two things. Either you don't have your business in order because if you did, you would already have your price points erected. Or number two, you're trying to get me out some bread. That's my pet peeve. So from there, the conversation is always going to go sideways to me. I'll listen to what you're saying, depending on how much time I have. But after that, I'm already knowing that you're not ready on your business, right? Secondly, in conjunction with that, you want to go ahead.
Hold on. Let's go back to what is your budget? Because the question, I just had this conversation with BG Promotions, right? We had this conversation because I said the way your frustrations are with all these people that's contacting you and they don't understand all that you do. I said, ask, what's your budget? Because you're going to know. But I also agree with what you just said. You know how much you are planning to spend when you contact me.
Correct.
You already know. So you just automatically know. So Is that
Mm-hmm.
a urban thing? That's our issue. We don't want to spend it. That's why we're contacting each other. Or is it just like you said, we just ain't got our business together?
I'm gonna always err on the side of positivity, so I'm gonna say we just don't know. And the reason why I say that is this, right? For example, with us, we have a tiered system. Our top tier is 5,000. Our lower tier is like 3,500, right? But then we also have a la carte services. So when you come to us, I'll give you an example, right? And again, I'm not saying we're the standard, but here's an example. If you come to us and say you want a book done, right? All right, we're going to have a conversation, a consult, and see where you are inside your publishing journey. Now, you may not need the whole package, i.e., tier, top tier. You may need editing, you may need formatting, you may need cover design. So whatever you need, we have a tier for that, and our pricing is our pricing. It's not predicated upon how much money you have to spend. Meaning, if you don't have enough money to spend, then we're just not your cup of tea right now, and we're okay with that because our price points are indicative of what it is that we do. You see what I'm saying? We're not going to ask you what's your budget. We're going to tell you what it is we offer, what our pricing is for that, and then you decide from there.
See, so how do you deal with the people when you tell them your pricing and the first thing they say is, oh, you too expensive? That means they're not ready for you, right?
100%. And we don't take that personal. At the end of the day, if I want to buy Mercedes, right? I may want the G wagon, but when I go to Mercedes, my price only might qualify me for a CLS. I'm not going to tell Mercedes, look, your G wagon's too expensive. Well, if it's too expensive, that vehicle is not for me anyway. So I got to get my bread up. You know what I'm saying? So the same concept. True story. We had a potential client contact us, and they asked us about a particular service, and we gave them the price. And their response is, "That's too much." You know, our response was, "Okay, okay, that's fine." Because not to be arrogant, this is knowing your industry, right? We have our price points, what they are for a reason. So we'll see you when you come back around because there's no shortcut to success. We'll see you when you come back around.
Can you
And
say
we,
that one more time? Say that one more time
yeah,
and say it
yeah,
slowly because I need to clip that. That's a whole vibe. Say that one more time.
yeah. We'll see you when you come back around because there's no shortcut to success. Again, and again, it goes with knowing your business, right? We know that our price points are priced about 20% lower than the average for what it is that we do. And that's by design because we want to get pen to pen's goal. As the founder and owner, my goal is to have a pen to pen library one day. So our price points are indicative of that. We may not you can't price yourself out of what your goals are. So sometimes we may take some clients that may not be quote unquote up to the regular standard, but our job is to get them there. So we know what we bring to the table. Therefore, if you're saying our pricing is too much, okay, we'll see you around.
See,
And again,
now that's what I'm
yeah,
talking about. Go ahead.
yeah, what we have may not be for you, and that's okay. It's not taking it personal. That's okay. Every client is not for us, but for the ones that are for us, they are for us because they appreciate what we offer.
Yeah, you better.
That's it.
That's that, man. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
BG Promotions, marketing, and all things media, digital. That's that. That's what I'm trying to understand. Answer. Now you what's your business frustration?
So yes, we've had this conversation about the expensive because that's been my issue probably for the last 3 months. Is that we do the same thing. We take them through a consultation to see
Mm-hmm.
where they're at, and then
Mm-hmm.
I do ask them, "Hey, what's your budget?" So then I know where I'm able to start to help them, and most of
Mm-hmm.
them say, "I don't know. I don't have a budget." And so that's difficult in that case for me because you don't even know what you're spending. And like you said, I have found failure in explaining it in the clear, and I admit that.
Mm-hmm.
But when I take them, once I take them through that, if I get them past that discovery call point, and then I bring them to a consultation meeting,
Mhm.
then that's where I will break it down to them. But sometimes getting there to that point, they can't even do the minimum deposit
Mhm.
because they have already in their mindset has said, "Oh, you too expensive." They probably went on my site, which I'm going to make changes. I'm working on making changes to that now, so that
Mhm.
I will put a contact me versus
Mhm.
my prices is being on the site, because when they're
Mhm.
going to my site, they're not even understanding. And I like what you said about the top tier and then your standard. That makes
Mhm.
sense. I've just learned something from you, honestly, which has been my battle. Me and T talked about it.
Right.
And I've been having an attitude about it because I work hard and I know
Right.
what type of work I put into, and people don't understand, but they don't even, my guess, my what I'm trying to do is learn how to get them to understand without before they clock me out as too expensive. But
Mhm.
again, if they're talking that language, I don't may not need to be dealing with them anyway until they're ready. Because when they're not ready, then we go through these. Because what's happening is, what I've been doing is taking the baby steps. Okay, it's 249 deposit. Then when you get there, we're
Mhm.
gonna start with one this, then we'll take it one, and that's what's messing me up because I'm taking them baby steps instead of making them say, okay, this is the tier. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
having them do it that way. That way they're covered. But a lot of them don't have it all together. So they're coming to me with bits and pieces. So now what I have now is most of my clients are on a need to basis. That doesn't help my business because they're only calling me when they need something instead of being on a consistency, which is not helping their business.
Mhm.
Because and then like I have three top corporate accounts, and they're the only three that's consistent with me
Mhm.
every week, every month.
So
We
go
don't.
ahead, T.
We're going straight into. I hear echo. You hear echo? Oh, BG mute.
That's on your end. Yeah.
You hear it now? Okay, it's
Yeah, I hear
gone.
you now.
So the thing that I'm pushing for, well, as an influencer, really helping break it down, the confidence of these are my prices. This is what it costs. I've done extensive training to be an
Right.
expert in my field, so you don't have to keep. They don't even need to be discussing anything with you if they're not ready.
Correct.
Go ahead,
Can I say
Shaun.
this? So I'm going to tell you through trial and error, right? We've been in business as a whole since 2013, but we really turned it up the last few years, right? And I can tell you with the certainty. In the beginning, when I was striving to get more business, I would often shy away from my prices, right? I would work with people. And I can tell you with the certainty, anytime I deviated from my prices to work with someone, they were the most worrisome, quarrelsome clients that you would ever believe. Like seriously, because it's almost as if when you give them a break, they're not going to respect it. Number one, always keep in mind your value, and there's value and then there's cost, right? And like Tisa just said, it goes back to you being confident in what it is that you offer. People have that money. If you go to Lenox Mall, you can't even hardly find parking because people are spending money. People spend money on what they hold value in, right? So with what we do, right? We're literally putting you into a position where you have your own career. Because as an author, it's a career, right? So when you get your book published with us, if you stay consistent and you do your work, you got a whole new career. Translation, something you'll pay the average university for $40,000 for, you're getting from us from five. Go ahead. So we're not going to balk on our prices because we know what we bring to the table. And thus far, all of our authors have had success. We've had numerous number one bestsellers. You always make your money back. It's just two success stories for us to balk on our price. So, like you said, either you want this or you don't. That's it. And again,
And
I don't
And
mean to
I
sound
like how
arrogant
you
with it.
said, no, you're not arrogant. You have put in the work to be
Correct.
who you are today.
Mm-hmm.
2013 versus 2021. That's what
Correct.
the one percenters have done all their life. And I like how you say, you don't say I, you say
Correct.
we.
Correct.
So you are already building and preparing for your team. And I
Correct.
like
Because
that.
we do have a team. Like you may talk with me or my assistant, but we have a whole team and everyone has to get paid. So that pricing is what it is. And as you just mentioned, yesterday's price is not today's price because we put the work in. We have too many success stories. And more importantly, we built the infrastructure. We know when it comes to getting your books out, we know how to help you get them out without a doubt.
And that's all we're giving them on that. If y'all want any more and y'all really digging in this,
Yeah.
we need y'all to like, share, subscribe, comment, all this stuff. Cause let us know we need to keep this rolling. Cause we about to move to our second segment. So watch this. Stay tuned real quick.
They can have these 5 years. But in my absence, the Crescent Crew got the streets flooded and completely on lock. Even Quest is breaking barriers in the music industry. Now, of course, the crew mutiny wants to take our spot. Okay. With my kingdom in place, I'm ready to make my return. Yeah. This is crew business. You want what? Huh? I ain't looking what you want war with. Let's go.
That's a movie?
Nah, soon though. It's coming soon. That's the book. That's the series. We have a whole Crescent Crew series. Start with street rap. I just turned in Beats and Blow, so it'll probably be out top of 2022. So once Beats and Blow drop, we're gonna go ahead and start making this into a movie. We're in some talks right now with a couple networks with some other projects. So once those get squared away, we'll see how we're gonna push that too. But it's definitely coming soon.
Okay, Unique Visions LLC. I see you. I want me a movie or a trailer. So I need to go get me a book so I can get me a trailer to lead to me a movie. That's what I just saw.
We do book trailers too. So if you got any authors out there who already have your books out and you want to do some book trailers, contact us because we do those as well.
Okay. Well, what's your question? Because we cocktails and conversating, and this is what you do at a round table in this COVID.
Yeah.
So what's on your mind?
Okay, so I got a really good question, right? So everyone knows, if you don't know, I do the Man Talk videos, and the whole purpose of the Man Talk is to help us become better men, right? So one of the questions that I have for a lot of times the sisters think I'm being too harsh on them because when you're talking about men becoming better men, a lot of us make our mistakes based on our interactions with women. So sometimes I kind of give the brothers a little hard time when it comes to how to interact with women. So I want to ask you, ladies, right? What is one thing that you got that you feel like men should do better of or be better at when it comes to relationships and interacting in relationships?
Communicate. And I hope
Communicate.
I could cuss. If it got to be bleeped, I apologize now. But we need communication. We need clear communication. We need to know clearly what's the problem, what's bothering you, why you do what you do. Talk to us, especially if y'all trying to be all up and through here. Talk to us. And if you feel like you can't talk to us, then I need you to understand why you can't talk to us. Then you should know me enough to know why I'm not trying to hear what you're trying to say right now. So what did you do to keep me from not trying to hear what you trying to say?
Okay.
BG, you look like you don't got nothing to say. Or you froze.
No. Well, I was just letting you finish while I was gathering my thoughts because I'm of the LGBT community. And we come in all walks of life now. You got I guess I would be considered like a stud. And then you have trans, and trans actually
Mm-hmm.
identify as males.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that I would suggest as in a male's perspective, because I feel like
Mm-hmm.
I have male genes sometimes, but
Right.
what I feel like is that just listening. Really, that's really
Mm-hmm.
one of the main issues I've heard,
Mm-hmm.
is that listening. Um, men aren't too I guess you could say affectionate. I
Mm-hmm.
find brothers not being affectionate. That might not be your case, because I don't get that from you. you,
Not,
you know,
not at all.
the energy I pick up from you, Sean, is like a metrosexual type of dude.
Right.
You're very classy, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I just go off of your energy. But
Right.
there's just brothers who don't. And then when you do meet a female, you need to make sure that she is ready for it. Y'all on that same page.
Mm-hmm.
That y'all are vibing together, because if y'all not on that same page, y'all gonna be on a roller coaster, you know
Mm.
so that's the advice I give, just in any relationship, is listening and energy, because you already
Mm-hmm.
know off of somebody's energy if they're going to be somebody you even want, or you just sacrificing and just want something to do. If
True.
you just want
Important.
attention, or just to spend time, and if that's the case, make that clear. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
that's all I want to do is just be friends right now, and we see where it goes. Otherwise, if there's not understood, then there's going to be confusion. you know
I can go with that. I want to push back just a second though, right? Because I hear a lot of women say that communication is important, and it is, right? So what I'm getting from the fellas is this a lot, right? A lot of women say they want communication, but you have to open and granted, let me say this. It depends on the level of commitment that you're in too, or from what I'm about to say. But in order for us to communicate, you have to create a safe space where we feel like we can communicate without being punished for it, right? Because if you hit a man enough times, he will learn when to duck. So if you're saying you want communication and I communicate to you and I get punished for it, I get no sex, or I get um attitude, or no the meals start ceasing, or whatever, the bed gets cold. I'm not gonna be as open and freely to communicate with you as I would if I wasn't being punished for it. So I agree with the communication part, but women have to understand that they have to create an environment where a man feels free to communicate with her.
So let me say this.
Hmm.
That's the problem with the communication is key.
Hmm.
And now I'm gonna be personal. I'm talking from my point of view, Tisa Edge.
Hmm.
If I say communicate mean to me,
Hmm.
let's have this conversation. Let's agree to disagree. I
Hmm.
already know in my mind I'm probably not gonna agree with your ass, because I already know why I'm feeling the way I'm feeling,
Right.
but I'm not gonna punish you. I'm not gonna hold your kids against you. I'm not gonna do all of that. But I know off rip, because I'm a communicator. So I'm
Hmm.
very straightforward up front. This is what it is, this is what it's gonna be, and I'm gonna keep checking you. Because as a Cancer woman, we
Hmm.
regurgitate. We keep
Correct.
we gonna remind you of shit. And I
Hmm.
hold on to shit. And I'm gonna remind you of shit.
Hmm.
But I'm also 46. So I've lived to know the outcome of a lot of stuff.
Hmm.
So for me, communication means truly communicate. If my coochie stink, tell me it stink, and I need to go to the doctor and get it
Right.
dealt with, which is why you not trying to be up through here. But
Hmm.
I need you to also understand, if I ain't sleeping with nobody and my coochie got no business thinking, I'm mad because nigga, you bringing me something and you don't want to admit it.
Facts.
That's just a scenario, but in
Hmm.
in general, that's how I feel about communication.
Yeah, that's why I said earlier. It goes back to the level of commitment that you're in. I'll be the first to tell you that as men, we have to do a little bit better. You know what I mean? We have to treat our sisters or our partners better in general, because you can't say, look, don't punish me for this. I'm going to tell you I slept with so and so, or there's going to be some backlash for that. You know what I mean? And you have to be willing to accept that, because you made a conscious decision when you did that. Well, you talk about foot and mouth, but this just being real.
Hold on, Shawty. Wait. Stop right there. Stop. Stop right there. So, here's what I'm trying to figure out now. If we have an open communication, you should be able to communicate to me before you go sleep with somebody.
Agreed.
Don't go sleep with somebody, then want to come back and communicate to me that you don't went and slept with somebody. Now, mother sucker, you should have told me before going. Like I said, if
I
I'm the
agree.
problem, tell me why before you go do what.
I totally agree with you on that. I agree. There's certain things that are inexcusable. I do
And
agree with that.
that don't matter what level our
Commitment.
relationship is on, the commitment, no matter what. If I met you today
Mm-hmm.
and then tonight we're on this conversation, we FaceTiming, you need
Mm-hmm.
to be straight up with me and tell me that, hey, I'm either in a committed relationship, this is what I'm
Mm-hmm.
looking for. Let's be
Mm-hmm.
honest, hell, I could be looking for the same thing. I'm just saying keep it
Correct.
100. Or say B, I'm in a jacked up situation. I got somebody I'm in love with, and I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to get out of this situation. Like, just tell me what's up. And then a month down the road, if you decide like, hey, I ducked back because I felt comfortable, but I ducked back because blah blah blah. Tell me, give me
Mm-hmm.
the option to decide how I'm gonna deal with it.
One hundred
But
percent.
don't just assume I'm gonna be the typical black woman or angry
Mm-hmm.
woman, let
Mm-hmm.
me not say it that way, that's gonna lash at you, because that's not always the case. Because if we know, we
Correct.
know, and it's how we deal with it.
Mm-hmm. It's like when I was away, right? Um, I remember I used to like the fellas used to come to me for advice, and they would say, "Man, she slept with so and so, but she kept it real with me because she told me." I'm like, "Nah." If she was being real, she would told you ahead of time. You know what I'm saying? But I agree with that though. So it's all about communication. Either way, across the board, it's communication, no matter how you slice it. I can go with that one.
Straight up talking, like even with you, BG, like the number one question is how why is all these straight women after these studs?
Mm-hmm.
Because I get asked, I can hear echo. Did you come off mute?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna finish the question, then I'm gonna tell you. So the question is, why would you want to be with a woman who look like a man, walk like a man, talk like a man, but can't
Mm-hmm.
give you the real manly pictures? What's the
Mm-hmm.
point? So again, that's back to communication for me
Yep.
to understand what is it that you desire, and then for you as a stud, like why are these straight women coming for you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is a new wave for me. Over the over it's a new thing. It's a new season. Why are the straight women coming for me? I have no. I really don't know. I think that it's just my energy. I think that it's my aura. Um, because I walk with integrity. I live my life straight narrow. And I'm a hopeless romantic type of person. So I
Mm-hmm.
think it's my energy that draws them to me. And I feel like I'm always the life of the party, and so in that instance, it's something that they're seeing in me, that attracts them
Mm-hmm.
to me. I really don't know what's happening in this season, but I do know that the women that have come, or have drawn themselves to me, have been hurt, broken, have been through some things,
Mm-hmm.
and they are looking for somebody that is for compatibility at this point. They don't care if you
Mm-hmm.
female, dog, cat, straight, or whatever. They're really just looking at the heart and the soul. So it don't even really matter your gender, because now it's so many, you have so many people that identify, regardless of what they look like. So you really
Mm-hmm.
got to be educated, and we can't assume anything. You got to be
Mm-hmm.
open-minded in this season. And you know it is what it is. Everybody is different, even for myself. I debate all the time with certain people about who I am, and I don't have no problem educating. You can tell me all day, well, you ain't this and you ain't that and you ain't this and you gonna go to hell and you gonna, okay, well, that's your beliefs and you can go
Mm-hmm.
on with that. It's not gonna change anything here because I already
Mm-hmm.
know my relationship and with God first. And if you are
Mm-hmm.
ordaining me to hell, you going too before me. So you
Facts.
can't nobody say anything about anybody. Live your life and respect people where they're at and learn instead of making assumptions. Because like I
Mm-hmm.
said, these women that are coming on to me, it's like, oh my God, this never happened to me in this season. But I do know it's a lot of brokenness out here, and people are tired of being hurt, and that right now they're looking for someone that is compatible. It don't have nothing to do with who you are.
Mm-hmm.
That's the world we're coming to and we're living in. And as you see, look at our youth that are coming up. Some of them coming out as trans, and that's a whole nother topic in itself because a lot of
Mm-hmm.
the people have their own beliefs, and I'm not gonna go there. But what I will say is that you have to respect people, period. And stop judging folks, and the females and the men and the brothers as well, people are who they are, period. So when women come on, they come on to me and they're straight. No, I tell them, you sure this is what you want? Because this ain't what you want, honey. Don't be running over here because this guy done broke your heart because it's worse
Right.
on this side. We love hard,
Mm-hmm.
So don't come over here because it's a fad, and don't come over here. I tell them, off the rip, this ain't what you want. This is I'm
Mm-hmm.
true to this. Okay, this was my life. That's it.
Yeah, that's a whole. We about to have a whole. Listen, y'all need to get in these comments, like, share, subscribe. Tisa Edge, YouTube. What are you, Shaun? I am Shaun
Shaun
Sinclair on
Sinclair.
YouTube. Shaun
YouTube, just Shaun
Sinclair,
Sinclair. Uh-huh.
BG Promotion Inc.
Mm-hmm.
BG. So we're gonna have all that. You're gonna be able to pull up all our pages because we
Correct.
trying to keep this thing rolling, and it's a lot of good conversation from the business to the relationship to, for me, it's about mental health. So check this
Indeed.
commercial. We coming back to holler at mental health, and then we up out this piece to the next time.
Allow me to introduce to you Tisa Edge, a plus-size model, blogger, podcaster and influencer, a woman on a mission of influencing others to live their best life now. Although she wears many hats, her claim to fame is being the host that does the most. Attend one event hosted by Tisa, and you will be changed forever. She ensures there is never a dull moment during the most memorable moments. A natural crowd motivator, Tisa Edge absolutely loves entertaining and motivating diverse crowds. In addition to being an in-demand hostess, Tisa has over 15 years of working as a mental health specialist. She specializes in issuing raw, unfiltered advice filled with tangible resources to clients, as well as family and friends. Tisa Edge is internationally known, booked and busy, flown, and shown around the world. She is a woman on fire and ready to ignite you. Contact her today at contact@tisaedge.com and follow her on any of her vibrant social media platforms at Tisa Edge.
Yo, so for those of you who are really in the analytics, really in the listening and paying attention, both of our bios and the animated commercials was written by author Shaun Sinclair. So you need a dope bio, holla at him. Now make sure y'all go back and hear BG Promotions, Tisa Edge, check out the trailer because this is what he does. This is why his fee is why it's his fees, because you ain't getting no rooter poop round the way stuff. It's you getting exactly what you needed to grow your business. And then BG Promotions is not just running this behind the scenes. She's actually on the camera, which is why it's pre-recorded, because we want to make sure everybody in really just not just everybody, but we really want to show what each one of us do as powerful as we are. With that being said, as a mental health specialist, someone who's into the mental, Shaun, I know you are a life coach. You certified life coach. I don't want the certification. I ain't gonna lie. I love Life Influencer. I created my own name because I just want to influence people to live their best life now. And then I want to refer them to Author Shaun Sinclair or BG Promotions or a therapist, psychologist, sociologist, psychiatrist, all that stuff right there. So for me, the mental health question is, how the hell I get paid without having a certification?
Your works should speak for you. I am a certified life coach, right? But I don't have a writing degree or English writing degree. Although I did go to college for that, I didn't finish it. But the work speaks for itself. I read 16 novels, and as a company, we're approaching about 80, almost 100 books in the last 2 years alone. So your work will certify you more so than a piece of paper. That's how you get paid, and you
Wait a
charge a
minute.
price.
Now, when you say 80 to 100 books, you talking about that's all the copies you sold, or you
No, that's
saying,
separate clients. That's separate clients.
oh,
In the
so you
last two
making
years,
money?
oh,
That's what I hear. Change, damn. I mean, dog.
yeah, we've done about 85. Last I gotta contact my parents and see, but I think we did like 85 books. Honestly, I tell you about at the end of the year I see how much we've done. But over the last 2 years, we've done over 85 books. We've had 85 clients out our Rolodex who have brought their manuscripts to us, and we've turned them into books. About actually, it's over 85. Truth be told, I just forgot a few. We got anyway. Yeah, we're about 90 clients altogether because we have 4 books we're gonna publish within the next month or so. So that's about 90 books within the last 2 years, in addition to the
Wow.
16 I've written.
Oh, wow. See? So work for me, mental health, I just love anything with the mental psyche. Like my degree is in funeral services. I wanted to bury people, but I was more attracted to helping the grieving families, helping people, which I learned from my granddaddy. I just want people to laugh. Like, how did this person in this casket live their life? 99.9% of them lived a joyful, happy, upbeat life. How can I bring that out? Which led me more to being an influencer, helping people. I like plugging people. I like when somebody tell me this is what I do. Can you help me get more business? I just love that. That's where BG comes in because I'm constantly sending someone like, yo, you need to holler at BG. You need marketing. You need to let her help you establish your business, get set up properly first, then go on to the Shauns out here that can help you tell your story and build your story. And I promise you, the way you wrote my bio, I did not know you did not have no degree.
Nah,
That like
so funny story, right? I literally got accepted to writing college on the same day I got my first book contract. I had a choice between going to college or signing a contract. Literally, same day I got them. I got my first contract offer, and I got accepted into writing college the same day. And the writing college is very extensive. You had to write a short story just to be considered for acceptance. So it was a real deal. I chose a book contract naturally, but yeah. So it's a true story. It's funny. True story. And when I was in college, I went to University of Maryland. I was taking some English courses as well, but I never got my degree in that. It's just my gift, man. It's my blessing. And low key, by the way, you influenced me as well because, and I'm delighted to tell this story because I remember years ago when I was about to give up on all of this, and I was about to hightail it back to Carolina with my head tucked between my legs, like man, I failed. And I remember that fateful call. I was on 285, leaving a job, and you was like, "Look, you ain't going nowhere." He was like, "You ain't going nowhere. You came here for a purpose, right?" And now look, fast forward a couple years, I did every single thing I said I was going to do by the grace of the law, of course, the creator. But I've done everything I said I was going to do, everything that you told me to go back and do. That's exactly what I did. From the books to the movies to establishing the company and everything. So salute to you for that, Miss Influencer. I got to give you your props. So when you see me, look at her. because she
And
helped
that's
me.
because I had to cuss your ass
Yeah,
out.
she
Look here,
cut me off of that.
don't y'all follow him? Because I'm cussing you out. Another
Yeah.
reason why I don't want my certification, because I don't want to do it the cute way. Well, I
Yeah, it
think you
wasn't
should.
nice. It was like, nah, nigga,
I'm
you came
hurting
in for a
feelings.
reason. Yeah, you came in
Mm-hmm.
for a reason. And that's just one aspect. Anytime I, was at a crossroads and whatnot, I needed some real talk, I came to you and you influenced me. So, like I said, all this right here, hey, played a huge part because I almost gave up on it. Knowing
Y'all
what I know,
holler
I still
at
almost gave up on
him.
it.
Go see him. You gonna keep wanting to give up on it because it's easier to walk away than to stay in the paint. Same thing with
Facts.
BG Promotion. BG, give me my flowers. Go and tell them what I do for you too. Go and tell them.
She cusses me out. That's what she does for me. And I'll be over here with the poof face all the time, like just like that. But she always damn right. She's always right. If it wasn't for Tisa, I would not be at this elevation point. And that is just the honest to God truth. I've never had someone that is hard as she is. I call her the
Mm-hmm.
sergeant because she is the sergeant in layman's terms. She goes hard for you. And when I tell you my life has transformed in these last 3 years, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to another level because of her push, because of her cussing out. I got cussed out today. Okay. This is ongoing, but I'm
Yeah.
graduating every time. I graduate mad and all. But I'm gonna give you because if you are due your flowers, you are due your roses, and we're gonna get you that Corvette singer, honey. Trust you gonna get it because you deserve it, and I appreciate you on everything, everything.
That's a Corvette Stingray. I need that properly. So, because if Chevrolet, Corvette, if use this, if y'all need a brand ambassador, holla at your girl. I'm a driver and I'm gonna sell it. But thank y'all for this dope conversation. Listen, y'all, like, share, subscribe, comment, ask questions. You need this to come back. It come back. If you're a business owner or an influencer or coach, if you do anything, you just need a platform. Holla at one of us. We're gonna link you with one of us and get this thing popping. Because guess what? BG Promotion says, through me, they see you. Tisa Edge says, I'll drink to that. Shaun, what you say? What Shaun? He gone? What dang? Well, Shaun says pen to pen publishing. You created, I write it, or whatever he say. But y'all, stay tuned, follow, get with us. See y'all.